Today we have got another 30-minute runner-specific Pilates workout. So grab your mat and we will get straight into it. As usual, anything doesn't feel right, please adjust or take some extra rest breaks, and always do the variation that is most suitable to you. So we're going to start with our feet hip width apart. We're going to have our nice Pilates posture, so shoulders are down, stomach muscles are scooped, and we've got our pelvis just tucked under, so we're engaging these lower abdominals, and we're thinking about our Pilates breath, so breathing in through the nose, expanding the rib cage, and exhaling through the mouth. Nice, soft knees. We're going to start with our arms out to the side. I want you to really focus on keeping your hip bones facing towards the front, and it's just the thoracic spine, so that mid-back, that's going to do the movement. So nice, soft knees, shoulders down. Exhale as we twist, keeping those hips facing towards the mat, facing towards the front. Inhale through the center and exhale over to the other side. Inhale back through the center. Good. And inhale, exhale, and back to the center. Drop one arm down, one arm is going over our head. Keep the arm near the ear, so we're opening up our chest. Sliding that right arm down. Squeeze the abdominals to lift us over and back through to the other side. Really reach down that left leg. Inhale to come up. Just got one more each side of these. Back up and over, really squeezing the abdominals. And then back up through the center. We're going to do some of our roll downs. So here we're dropping our chin to our chest, rolling down one vertebrae at a time and just relaxing at the bottom. But I really want you to let go of all the tension in the neck. So imagine your head is a very heavy, dead weight, and we're not holding on to it, we're just letting it drop. So even if you need to shake your head around at the bottom, I would rather you do that, but just let's get rid of all that tension. So nice soft knees again, scoop the abdominals, roll the shoulders back, then drop the chin to the chest, roll one vertebrae at a time. Completely relax at the bottom. Let that head go. And then slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. This sometimes feels a bit uncomfortable if you're doing this first thing in the morning, but you'll feel much better after it. So dropping that chin to the chest, nice soft knees, and rolling down the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Completely relax, nod the head, shake it around, and then roll back up. Head is the last thing to come back. We're going to do one more, but we're going to stay at the bottom for this next one. So again, engage the stomach muscles, shoulders back, drop that chin to the chest, and roll down the spine. From here, I want you to take that right arm up towards the ceiling, so we're rotating the spine. Exhale on the twist, and inhale, drop back down. Exhale, twist to the other side, and inhale, drop back down. Slowly roll up, one vertebrae at a time. Roll those shoulders back and just give yourself a shake, and then coming to face on our side. So we're going to have our weight through our front foot, and I just want you to be on your toe of the left foot. We're going to have a slight lean forward, but we're scooping those stomach muscles, and we've got a nice flat back, so we're not arching, we're still tucking that tailbone under. We're going to skate the left leg back, and the arms are going to go above our head. So we go back and in. Good. Really squeeze that supporting leg. We're not putting any weight on that leg that's going back. It is the right leg that is supporting us, and that ankle, she says as she wobbles around. Good. Two more this side. And back in and come up. We're going to keep our feet nice and narrow for this, and we're going to do some narrow stance squats with the arms going above the head as well. So bum back and weight through our heels take the arms up and back down, but our feet are pretty close together for this one, so not hip width apart. Squeeze at the top. Good. Keep the weight through the heels, sending that bum back, shoulders down. Sorry about the clicks. We're going to hold at the bottom, and I want you to pulse. So just up and down, still scooping the stomach muscles. Breathe. Last 3, 2, 1, and squeeze at the top. Now over onto the other side. So the weight is through the left leg. That right foot is on the ball of our foot, and we've just got a bit of a hinge forward, and then we're stepping that foot back, not putting weight through it, and in. So slide it back, and back in. Good. Keep that knee over the toe of this supporting leg. Keep breathing. Good. Last 2. And back in. Now take the feet back to parallel, and we're going to get into our normal parallel Pilates squats. So again, weight through the heels, arms are going above the head, and squeeze at the top. Good. Make sure we're engaging the core muscles. Keep breathing. Good. Last one. Again, we're going to hold, and we're just going to pulse. Breathe. Last 3, 2, 1, and squeeze at the top. Good work. We're going to come down onto our knees and straight on to all fours. So we want our hands underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips, and we've got a really nice flat back. And we're going to go into our Supermans, which I feel looks like a really simple exercise, but if we're doing it properly, it should work our whole body. So we're extending opposite arms and legs. As always, you've always got the option to keep them on the mat or take them to the next level where we're trying to make our arms and legs in line with our body, extending and controlling back down. Key thing here is to keep the hip bones facing the mat. So we don't want to arch the back and rotate round. We want to keep them nice and parallel, and the back as flat as possible. We should aim to be able to keep our dinner or a nice glass of wine without falling over if we needed to. So take it nice and slow, nice and controlled. We're extending, reaching the opposite arm and leg away, and control back in, switching sides. Good, trying to keep that neck in line with the spine, and control. Good. Breathe. Draw that leg in. Good. This next one, we're going to hold it out. Hold that leg out, make sure that hip is down, and then take that right arm down towards the mat. From here, we're just going to pulse that leg up and down. Keep squeezing. Good. Deep breaths. Last 3, 2, 1, and return that leg back in. Just drop the head and arch the spine. And then exhale, bring the chest up towards the wall. 2 more of these. And then come back to a nice neutral spine. Just check your posture, make sure those knees haven't gone too close together or far apart, and we're nice and centered. And we're actually going to go back with the same leg. So the leg is extending straight behind us, and then controlling it back in. So we're just kicking the leg back, nice and controlled, keeping that hip bone facing the mat. Good. We've got 3 more. last 2. And last one. Control that leg back in. If you need to just give your wrists a bit of a roll, that's absolutely fine, or whatever you need to do. But we're going to go straight back in to our Supermans, so extending opposite arms and legs. Lengthen and control back in. Think about that glass of wine resting on our back. Extend and control. Good. On this next one, we're aiming to be on the other leg. So do as many as you need to do to get yourself so the leg that hasn't been worked yet is extended. So we hold, make sure those hips are facing the mat, and then return that left hand back down, and then we are just pulsing the leg, keeping that back nice and flat. Good. Last 3, 2, and return that leg back in. Again, just drop the head, arch the spine, bring that chest up, and then come back to a nice neutral flat back. That leg is kicking straight back, and then draw it back in. Good. Keep that neck in line with the spine. Keep those hips round. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good, remember to breathe. Good, last one. And return that leg back in. Send the bum back to the heels and just walk those hands forward. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. And then coming back up onto all fours. We are not done here, I'm afraid. So we're going to take up the leg bent behind us, and we're going to put a footprint on the ceiling. So we're going to go left leg first. Just check your position, you're happy with it. You've got a nice flat back. This one's a bit more challenging to keep those hips round, so we've got to really work on squeezing those lower abdominals. But I want you to take the leg up, bent behind you. Again, not letting that hip rotate round, and we're just going to push a footprint on the ceiling. Deep breaths. Good. Last 3, 2, and return that leg back in. Tuck the toes under, and we're just going to press the floor away, lift those knees up into a bent leg plank. Inhale, and exhale, nice flat back. Breathe. Last 3, 2, and gently drop those knees down, soften the feet. We're going to go straight over onto the right side, so take that leg up. Again, force that hip round, and then we're just pushing a footprint on the ceiling. Nice flat back. Drive it up. Imagine someone pushing your foot back down. Last 3, 2, and return that leg back in. Take the knees a bit further apart, send the bum back to the heels, and just walk those hands forward. Inhale, and exhale. Nice stretch there. And then coming up, spinning our legs around, and we're going to do our roll down, which we may have done in other videos. So we're rolling down one vertebrae at a time until our head is the last thing to touch the mat, but this time we're also going to come back up. So it's the first thing to come back up. Now, if this is too much, please put your hands down at the side just to give you a little bit of a push, but use your abdominals as much as we possibly can. So sitting up nice and tall, scoop the stomach muscles to the spine, and we are rolling down one vertebrae at a time, nice and controlled. The head is the last thing to touch the mat, and then it's the first thing to come back up. So squeeze the stomach muscles, exhale as we come up, peel the head first, then the neck and shoulders, breathe, slowly rolling up, nice flat back in between, good. And again, scoop those stomach muscles, rolling down, one vertebrae at a time. If you need your hands, that's absolutely fine. Head the last thing, and then exhale, breathing out to come up, sitting up nice and tall in between. We've got one more of these. Tuck that tailbone under, really scoop the lower abdominals to the spine. Keep those legs on the floor. Last one up, breathing out, really squeeze to get yourself up. And the last one to go down, take it even slower. Loads of control. Deep breaths. Breathe, squeeze. And the head is the last thing to touch the mat. And then just draw those knees to the chest. And just rock from side to side. And then finish with those legs up into a tabletop position. So we want our back to be flat on the mat and the knees at 90-degree angle. If even that feels a bit too much, just draw the knees a little bit closer to the body, take the pressure off. But the key thing is we don't want this back coming off the mat. From here, we're just going to put individual toe taps down. So you want to feel the whole back flat on the mat. Bringing those legs back up into a 90-degree angle after each one. Really squeeze the abdominals. One more each side. And then take those arms above the head. We're going to go into our dead bugs. So we're extending opposite arms and legs, and then back through to the centre, then the left side. Good. Make sure that back is flat on the mat. Exhale. One more each side. And then just hug those knees to the chest and just rock from side to side. That one feels nice and tough. And then bringing those legs back into tabletop, we're going to get into our 100. So lift the head, neck and shoulders off, and we are pulsing the arms, breathing in through the nose, and exhale through the mouth. Good, keep breathing. We are almost there. You've always got the option to extend the legs if you want to make it more challenging. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax down. Hug those knees to the chest and just rock from side to side, and then pop the feet down flat on the floor and the knees are up to the ceiling. Hands are coming behind the head and we're basically coming up into a sit-up. But I want you to think about going upwards rather than forwards, so less of a crunch and more of a lift. So keep the elbows right out to the side, so we're opening up the chest, and we're lifting the head, neck and shoulders up towards the ceiling. Feet are about hip width apart, knees are parallel, and inhale back down. So we exhale as we come up, and inhale down. Good. Good, make sure to keep breathing. 3 more here. Last 2. Final 1. And return back down. Hands can go back by the sides on the floor, and we're taking that leg up into a tabletop position. From here, we're going to extend and bring it back up into that 90-degree angle. Good. If that feels okay, I want you to bring the hands back behind the head. I'm going to lift the head, neck and shoulders up as we do it. So we've got a bit of tension on the abdominals, and it's just that leg moving. So we extend and bring it back into that 90-degree. Good. Keep the stomach muscles squeezed towards the spine. Good. We've got 2 more here. Last 1. And relax back down. Sticking with the same side, we're going to add a bit of rotation. So as the knee comes up into that tabletop position, I want you to drive the left elbow towards that right knee and rotate towards this back wall. So we come up and back down. Good. Really reach the elbow towards the knee. Elbow towards the knee rather than the knee towards the elbow. Good, last 1. And back down. We're going to go straight over onto the other leg. So that leg up in tabletop, lift the head, neck and shoulders, and we extend, excuse the clicking knee, and bring it back up. Really imprint the spine into the mat. Keep those elbows right out to the sides. Exhale, inhale to come up. Good. Last few. We've got 2 more. My elbows keep wanting to drive forward, so make sure you leave them back out and return back down. We're going straight into our rotations. So we come up, drive the elbow towards the knee, and back down. Exhale as we come up, and inhale down. Good. Last few here. We've got 3 more. I know the abs are burning. Last 1. And relax back down. Hug those knees to the chest and just gently rock from side to side, and then pop the feet down. Knees are straight up to the ceiling, and we're going to go into some of our glute bridges here. So the weight is going through the shoulders. So we're going to start by scooping the stomach muscles to the spine, and we are rolling up 1 vertebrae at a time. Hips nice and high. Hold at the top, squeeze, and then slowly roll back down. 1 vertebra at a time. Good, and back up. Hold at the top, make sure we're really squeezing those glutes, lifting the hip, tilting the pelvis, neck nice and long, and slowly down. We've got 1 more after this, and we're going to hold at the top. What else would you expect? Breathing up. Good. From here, I want you to draw the knees together so it feels a bit strange rolling them in. And then I want you to take them a little bit further out, then parallel. So keeping the feet flat on the floor there. Drive in. You should really start to feel it activate slightly different areas of the glutes. Keep those hips high. Keep the stomach muscles engaged. Neck long. Good. Drive in and back out. Keep breathing through the burn. Good. If at all you need to come down in between and reset, that's absolutely fine. We've got our last few. And then come back into parallel. We are not quite finished yet. If you can hang on, we're just going to go for our last 10 pulses. So half down and drive up. Breathe, squeeze with each one. We've got 6 more. Drive those hips up. Last 3, 2, last 1. Hold at the top and then slowly start to roll down the spine. 1 vertebra at a time, and then just hug those knees to the chest and just rock from side to side. Feel a nice glute stretch there. Take those legs into that tabletop position. You know what's coming. Hands by the side. Lift the head, neck and shoulders off. And we are pulsing. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Stretch the legs here if you can. We are almost there. Last 3, 2, and relax. Hug those knees to the chest. Take hold of one knee, extend the other leg, lift those head, neck and shoulders off, and we switch. So we've got a nice hug of the knee towards the body, stretch out those hips, and extend. Good. Lengthen the other leg. Keep that back flat on the mat. We are almost there. Deep breaths. 1 more each side. And relax the head back down and just gently rock from side to side. Massage the lower spine, and then I want you to take both knees over to one side, extend that right arm and just look over that shoulder. So we've got a nice stretch through the body there. Take an inhale and exhale. And then back through the centre. Take those knees over to this side, looking over the left. Inhale and exhale. And then back up through the centre. If you don't feel comfortable doing this, that's absolutely fine. We're just going to do some rocks forwards and backwards. Massage the spine to bring us up to a seated position. Legs are crossed. Take another big inhale. Lifting up out of our sit bones. And exhale. 1 more. And well done. That is the end of another 30-minute Pilates session. Hope you enjoyed it and enjoy your runs this week, and I will see you on another workout soon.